Glory and praise to Lucifer, liberator of humanity. Welcome to the Temple of Lucifer, light and mystery. It is important to know about the principles of chaos magic. Make yourselves comfortable. While magical systems are generally based on a model or map of the physical spiritual universe, such as the Tree of Life, which can perhaps be described as a cosmic agenda, chaos magic, K, is based on very few core principles, which underpin its magical path but are not universal axioms, so you are free to change them for others. 1. Avoid dogmatism. Chaos magicians strive to avoid falling into dogmatism, unless expressing dogmatism is part of the temporal belief system they have adopted. Discordians employ kathmas to say, we Discordians must reside apart. Thus, chaos magicians consider themselves capable of changing their minds, contradicting themselves, and presenting alternately plausible and implausible arguments. It has been observed that we spend a lot of time and energy to find the truth. Is it wrong to be occasionally wrong? Personal experience is paramount. In other words, don't believe me when I say this or that is important, see for yourself. Magic, K, has suffered from many theorists far removed from practice who have perpetuated outdated myths and information, simply out of laziness of one sort or another. Anyway, it is interesting to ask embarrassing questions, just to see what these self-appointed experts will answer. Some will vomit up verbal diarrhea rather than admit that they are ignorant of the answer, while a true adept would possibly say, I haven't the foggiest idea. The chaos magicians must have made this amazing discovery very early on. Once you escape the layers of dogma, attitudes, anecdotes, and personal beliefs about any practical magic, K, technique, it can be simply stated. Technical excellence. One of the oldest misunderstandings about chaos magic, K, is that it gives carte blanche to its practitioners to do whatever they want, and that, therefore, they become lax, or worse, muddlers, when it comes to the evaluation of themselves, the analysis. The path of chaos has always advocated rigorous self-evaluation, rigorous analysis, with an emphasis on perseverance in the practices employed until the desired result is obtained. Learning to do magic, K, implies the duty to develop a set of talents and, anyway, if you want to get involved in this universe of weirdness, why not do the best you can? Detachment. The chaos paradigm states that one of the first tasks of the beginning magician is to detach himself from beliefs, attitudes and fictions about himself, society and the world. Our ego is the fiction of a stable reality, which is maintained by perpetuating the distinctions between that which I am, that which I am not, that which I like, that which I don't like, beliefs about politics, religion, sexual preference, degree of free will, race, secondary cultural phenomena, and so on. All these distinctions serve to maintain a stable self-awareness, while all the little ways in which we struggle against this very stability allow us to perceive ourselves as if we were unique individuals. By employing the exercises of detachment, we can begin to widen the gaps of our consensual reality, which, fortunately, allow us to become less addicted to our egoic beliefs and fictions, and therefore capable of abandoning or modifying them when necessary. Diverse paths. As we have said before, the traditional paths of magic, K, involve choosing a system and sticking to it. The chaos perspective does not do this, but encourages an eclectic path of evolution, and chaos magicians are free to choose any magical system available, themes from literature, television, religions, cults, parapsychology, etc. This means that if you meet two chaos magicians and ask them what they would do in such and such a situation, it is unlikely that you will discover any unanimity in the solution. This makes chaos difficult to define, which again will tend to worry those who need carefully clear and labeled magic, K, paths. Gnosis. One of the keys to magical power is the ability to access altered states of consciousness. We tend to define a strict boundary between ordinary consciousness and altered states when, in fact, we evolve all the time between various states of consciousness such as lucid dreaming, functioning on autopilot when we act without thinking, and varying degrees of attention. However, as far as magic, K, is concerned, the intentional entry into intense altered states can be seen in two poles of physiological gnosis: the inhibitory states and the excitatory states. The former include physically passive techniques such as meditation, yoga, crystal viewing, contemplation and sensory deprivation. The latter include chanting, drumming, dancing, as well as emotional and sexual arousal. So be it, so be it, so be it, and so shall it be. You, my brother and sister who are not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe and activate the little bell to receive notifications of new publications. Also, follow us on our Facebook page, Temple of Lucifer Light and Mystery. Glorify our God Lucifer because he deserves to be glorified and praised forever.